Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, welcome to part 2 of my build of the GT Omega Prime Cockpit that's replacing what was my also GT Omega, what was it? It was the Alpha Apex front frame and back seat kit I had before. But we've got some other things that have happened as well at the same time. Let me just do some social media stuff as well for some people there. I've got to do that last night. So see about that. That's that done. Hopefully everything should be live. We should hopefully see in a moment. It's not showing live there. It's showing live there. Yep. Okay. Yeah, everything is actually live. Yay! Again, I should be able to hear comments and stuff, and you'll get silly robot voice. I'm used to the robot voice being there all the time with VR streams and such like that. So, right. As you can see, this is still where it was last night. Been at work in the office today, so I haven't touched it at all today. We're exactly where I left off. Got bits and bobs, but I want to show you something else first because one of the things with these types of rigs is they are highly adaptable. I've got some other bits and pieces coming, but one of the things that I've received today, not like an unboxing because it's kind of like a build from like a home builder thing that I bought on eBay. But it's pretty cool. And that's a button box. So obviously you see this a lot with different sim setups and stuff like that, because although there can be a lot of controls on the wheels, which there is quite a lot of controls on a lot of sim wheels, you still need some other keys and things like that sometimes, and that's something like here where you can have something like this. It's just nice to have. And this, like I say, is a. Let me get it out. I haven't opened this, haven't plugged it in yet. So it's a bit like an unboxing and a build, and there are other bits to go on here that haven't arrived yet. So I'm going to show you the button box first. So let's see. Ooh, yeah. So it's primarily a plastic build box. It's got some screws on the back, so I can just put it onto a rig in a place, put a plate on here. And yeah, I mean, take a look. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there's an Allen key there for these, but oh well. It looks like carbon fiber on the front, but it's not. It's actually feels like it's not though. It is a sticky layer carbon fiber thing, but it's really Well done. My eyes were really fooled with that one. But everything else on here is really cool. So we've got, of course, start engine button. Very, very necessary. We've got some flip up switches. So I can flip that up and it'll be on. Flip that down and turns off. So I can have whatever flip up I need to, and then it's a straight flip down to also flip them off. Then we've got some straight on off buttons. So these are like perma switches basically. And then we've got like 8 buttons, standard fill buttons, they feel okay. And then we've got 4 dials and feel like a nice in place ratchet thing from those. And they'll probably be like a plus and minus, so it'll register if you're turning them up or down basically, I think. And I'll see how that plays out when I plug it all in and set it all up. So the on-off thing here is literally it's a one-way switch. I had thought that it was going to be a stay in place, but it's not. It's a up and then a release. A little bit disappointed about that. That is an up and then release. These ones though are stay in place like that. But that's kind of cool. So my first button box. And I've got an engine start button. So I can have, something on here will be, ignition and then start engine. Basically. So I'm going to go with that later. And that's going to have a mount that will be at the side. So that is kind of really cool. We'll put that over there. All of the nose is running. God, how annoying. And of course, with the VR side of things, we all know that I like just purely VR, and my channel's gone more to a lot of VR racing, but I do have a wider interest in VR as well. And there was a showcase tonight. Who held the showcase? I can't. Why can't I remember? Showcase. I've forgotten who the showcase was by. Upload VR. So Upload VR had their showcase tonight, and with it, there is news from the Polyarc, Polyarc company, which anyone who knows me knows one of my favourite VR games of all time is Moss. I absolutely adore that game. It's got it's got so much to give in that game that I think is really good. And tonight we finally got some news of Book 2, which is coming in spring 2020. So that's just awesome. I can't wait to play that. It didn't say what formats, but with knowing Polyarc, it's going to be a lot of formats because they went to everything in the past. They started out as PlayStation exclusive. that had a PlayStation logo down the bottom of it, of the trailer, which definitely go check out at some point. But it's one that will be a day one gotta play it title for me, because I absolutely adored the first game. I live streamed the first game. We'll try and put an info card to it. Where are we on screen? There, somewhere around there. We'll put an info card up there to maybe one of my first streams of Moss. I think that was the first time I was caught out in terms of in the headset and being brought to tears by something in VR. And it also happened to be with the guys at Polyarc watching, and they very kindly sent me over a statue of Quill, the main character. But we've got a lot of work to do with this build, and I really should get on it, because we've got HamVR's championship tomorrow, so I need to have this all done and set up for tomorrow night to be in the racing. Right. Edwin, what? Nice to see you again. Right, let's get on with this. So, back here, we need some nuts and bolts and different things. We need bolts. So where we're at is getting the rails down for the chair, which is going to be this chair here. I know I've got a problem with my rail slider, which hopefully I can sort out with it off, and I should perhaps get some WD-40. I might need some of that. Just to clean some things up. Someone did mention, because I had some problems with my T-nuts yesterday, so I want to mention that off the bat, that I've got some T-nuts that are a little bit misthreaded, and I've had to rethread a load of them. One of the things you can get to help, of course, is some WD-40 when you're cleaning them out, and that will help you thread them a little better. So that's on standby. Right, let's get into this. Where's my drills? Over there, that's over there. That's not got that bit in. Which bit do I need? I need this bit. Yes, I do. And I need this Allen key. There are Allen keys that come with this. I don't know if they sent one that has like the one that I've got here or not. Just out of curiosity, yes, they did. It's a godsend, these. So when you have your Allen key or your hex sets, ones that have these round bits on the end, are really the most useful, because then you can sort of like put it into the bolt and you can angle a bit and it gives you a lot more help. So those are good, but also having something else like this, and if there's a lot of bolts, of course, which there are, cordless. But if you're going to use cordless, make sure that you don't actually tighten the screws up with the cordless. And the reason is that you can quite easily end up stripping screws and bits and pieces like that. So really, really be careful if you're going to use cordless. You only want to use the cordless to kind of get the majority of the work done, and then tighten everything up by hand. Just as a thing for you there. So make sure that is the right one. Yeah, that's the right size. Okay, good. And good. So I'm literally just making sure these bolts are in there and basically reasonably loose, so that I can slide everything into position and then tighten it up later. Right.
Lincoln Clear how are we coming along?
Well, where we were from last night, basically. I'm starting a bit later than I'd hoped. Different things happened with work and blah 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 blah. So do things the easiest way that I can. First, I can stand around and be on my knees all the time. Put everything I can in without these.
Good evening, homies.
Hey Kev, how you doing? So, need to make sure again, like these brackets are the right way around, because you're going from a horizontal to a vertical across a different direction.
TV77 says, still waiting for my sim lab. I'm watching something to keep me sane. Haha.
Did you see the button box I got? Hopefully you saw that, or if you missed that, I'll show you it again at some point. We'll get this bit out of the way first, and then I will show you my new button box as well, if you like.
TV77 says, no, I didn't spot it.
Ah. Right. Okay. Like I say, you can hear and see those I've left loose. Then we've got to get those in. Just line that up there. one of those in there. Use that loose because that's good. This, of course, it would be where I could do with having a set square or something like that. Would have been good if I had a set square, but I don't. For me. Right. Now, this is where I have another issue. So, those are kind of going to be roughly in place. Now we have the issue of the seat, and that seat is going to go on there. Now, oh, this is going to weigh a bit. Now, seeing the bottom here, I've actually still got some screws in here that were there before. So I need to be able to pull that up or move these up enough to get the screws out, or down enough in that case. Oh, yeah. Knew this wasn't going to be fun. Yeah, that's one. Oh, come on. Not, not playing with me. Got that out. Oh, old bolts that I don't need. I need to get to come this way. Come on. Damn thing. I think it definitely needs a bit of clean down here. So, WD-40, bit of grease, can't help hurt it. Clean it out a bit. Because this should be able to move further than that. That should move right the way out. So I need to be able to get to the holes at the end here.
Lincoln Clear says, still okay.
Did you have this problem as well with the slider? Lincoln?
Lincoln Clear says, no, not really.
Yeah. It seems to be stuck at some point here where it shouldn't be. Ah. Well, I know what I can do with this. Will make life easier. We'll take the slider off first so that I can see that. Line everything up and see if we can do it that way. Because unfortunately I can't seem to get the clearance on either side of this seat. And that's a problem, that's an issue. So we're going to have to try and resolve that somehow. See what's going on with it. I'm hoping nothing too bad. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that really hurt. Whacked in the face with a drill. Ah, it's going to leave a bruise. I hope I haven't. No, that's okay. I hope I don't end up with a bruise. It'll seem like I've been in a punch up or something. Wow, that was painful. Oh, that was really painful, that was. I'm here for your entertainment, people. And apparently, your entertainment is me getting smacked in the face with a drill. So, not a good way to start things. Right, that's one. There's another one there. So, hope the same thing doesn't happen again. Okay. Two, they were in there proper strong. Wow. Oh. Okay. And then the other two, let's not. Well, that's in there proper tight. Can't actually get that loose with that drill. That is ridiculous. Oh my god. Wow. That is in there super tight. I mean, proper super tight. Oh. Wow, how tight is that? Oh, budget. There we go. I want to be careful with this because it's got a bit of a spring load to it. Whew. Wow, that was tight.
XXatrix ESCC says, "Do you remember me?"
I'm uncertain.
Lincoln PDR says, "Yeah, I thought it's private with me tonight. It's into the roof." XXatrix ESCC says, XXatrix ESCC says, "Jet pilot."
Okay.
XXatrix ESCC says, "Feathers."
Hello. Right, so that's there's a spacer in between here, but it's basically torn a little bit out of there. Wow. There's a washer in between here and there. It's basically glued on. And then there's a deeper thread in there. So I will need to put that little bit right back in between there and there. But wow. Hope this one is not going to be the same sort of issue.
Vintage VR says, evening salsa, hope you got decided to get through this mission. VR says, hi Lincoln smiley face.
Right. Okay, there we go. Right. So this is kind of a bit annoying. Yeah. Can't get that to activate too well.
JD Omega, the sim racing cat, says, look who the salsa ketchup on the ground floor.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's just a case of I can't get that to actuate enough to. That's not pulling out any further. It's so notchy. Might have to do the sync later. It's going to be very annoying. I literally. Yeah, it's getting stuck at a certain point there.
JD Omega, the sim racing cat, says, wait, what's the issue? Question mark.
Huh? Right. The issue is that the slider. Okay, let's wipe this down a bit. The issue is this slider is not moving far enough back or far enough forwards to clear the ends of the seats. And if it doesn't clear the ends of the seats, then you can't bolt it down onto these rails here. So each one of these here will sit on top of these, and the seat sits there and it slides back and forth. But if you can't get into the bolt to be able to tighten the bolt,
the Sim Racing Cat says,
it's a problem.
you have a pedal slider. Kevy D77 says, I'm back Lincoln, putting kid to bed.
Cool. I don't, but I can't get the seat on to the rig. If the seat slider, I've got a seat slider, but it's not sliding forwards or back enough to clear the seat. And if it doesn't clear the seat, I can't screw it down onto the rig. And I know that it cleared the seat before.
Says, when is the rig coming, Kev?
Oh, that's a real problem. That is a real problem.
Kevy D77 says, I think this is a common problem that I've seen on other videos too.
Yeah. It's a bit of a scratch my head, because it should be able to go far enough on this slider for me to do that. So basically how this works, you have a couple of notches here and on there, and when you pull
JDMA,
up,
the Sim Racing Cat says, so this rig never came with a pedal slider. Kevy D77 says, you need someone with bony fingers long.
is not a pedal slider. This is the seat slider. Yeah, the pedals don't come with a pedal slider. They come with a pedal plate, but not the slider part. The seat slider, which this is, I want to get the seat on, but I can't get the seat on if I can't get to the bolt on the slider. So this is the seat slider.
Sim Racing Cat says, no, I understand.
Okay. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. So you'd end up with this here, and is where that goes in, and then you
D77 says, ask him how he did it perhaps. Before he fitted the extra mount, he bolted his seat directly to the profile.
yeah. Normally, how you do it is normally you can move it forwards or backwards enough.
I have the same type issue with my seat slider, so I just decided to exit the seat slider since I was able to move the pedals back and forth.
Yeah. Well, the seat on this is doesn't have side holes. Yours probably has side holes, yeah?
Says, plus I found the seat slider didn't give me the right seating position, so I just bolted directly to rig.
Yeah, but you've got a bucket seat, don't you? And the bucket seat is held from the sides, is bolted from the sides. This is bolted from the bottom. So if it's bolted from the bottom...
JD77 says, why is JD's text to speech so high-pitched? Ha ha ha.
Haha. Yeah.
JDMAX, the Sim Racing Cat, says, oh yes, I have a slide rail.
Yeah.
JDMAX, the Sim Racing Cat, says, okay, maybe I was kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, we've got lots of problems with nuts. So, yeah, it's a bit of a quandary. So, yeah,
JD Omega, the sim racing cat, says, lol, Kevy D77, says, massive lol, German Richter, says, say nuts, lol, JD Omega, the sim racing cat, says, I hope you can get it sorted. I'm at work, but I'll try to pop back in.
yeah, I don't know.
Kevy D77 says, we love nuts here.
We're all nuts for nuts, but it's literally like this cannot, this could not be worse, in my opinion. Uh, it's literally like you'd put that on there and you normally pull up. Which way goes up or down on this? That that way or that way?
Kevy D77 says, this text-to-speech is a real inconvenience when you are trying to work late.
Yeah, other way. Well, it's definitely that way. No, that way. Which way will pull up? Because that is
Kevy
there.
D77 says, if I can keep you occupied long enough, maybe my rig will arrive before you finish.
Quite possibly. Sort of like the thought is there's maybe something blocking it, or yeah, there's something down in there.
JDMAX, the sim racing cat.
That okay. Just trying to see. That's just that's crazy. I don't want to have to undo the whole assembly of this because there's a bar under tension here that if I let that tension out, it's going to be that's going to potentially be kind of a bit dangerous.
7 says, I'm lucky, I think. My seat has a slider included and I checked. I can move it to each extreme and the bolt holes are easily visible. You, JD Omega, the Sim Racing Cat, says, what I've seen done was open the slider up to bolt it to the ring. JD Omega, the Sim Racing Cat, says, then you can close the slider afterwards.
Unfortunately not, because if I bolt the slider onto the rig, I then need to bolt it onto the chair. And the bolts underneath the chair are even further in than the bolts that would be used to bolt it onto this. So unless I can get this slider to move that full range that I need it to, it won't happen. That really is very, very annoying.
JD Omega, the Sim Racing Cat, says, good lord, how did Lincoln do it?
His slider what goes further. His slider was working right. His seat is also a little bit smaller than mine. My seat is a little bit bigger than his. That's the problem. That's only coming to a certain point there, and then wasn't going further there. This one.
Says, that's what she said.
Yeah. Where's that supposed to go now? I've got problems and I don't know which way this is supposed to go now. I know that's going in that way. This should be at this side. Can't figure out what's happened there because that is angled off wrong. Should be that way. But then that bar going up doesn't make sense. But that bar going that way does. I think this has been bent out of shape a bit. I can't get this bugger to actuate.
JD Omega, Sim Racing Cat, said, I found this vid. This person was having the same issues.
Have I got you as mod on there? Let me see. Oh, let me wash my hands as well because I've got grease all over my hands now. Don't want to be touching my keyboard with grease all over my hands. Let's see. Let's see here. My dashboard. Why isn't it doing that? Have you got Discord open there, JD?
KevD77 says, you're definitely getting your stretches in today, mate.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's see. Find JD. Do I not have you on it's annoying. Need to find you, JD.
JDMAX, the sim racing cat, says, the guys on Reddit said his vid had the best explanation.
Which vid? I need a link. And I can't seem to find you. Why can't I find you?
JDMAX, the sim racing cat, said, sent it to Twitter DM.
Yeah, I don't have that window open. Hang on a second. Okay, let's get that. Okay. Yeah, he's got the smaller seat as well. He's got, yeah. See, I don't think he's got the same issue as I have as well, because I can see he's got clearance, whereas I don't. Yeah, he's got plenty of clearance, I don't. You see? Yeah, he had enough clearance.
JDMA, the sim racing car.
Or maybe he hasn't. Ah, okay, he's got a problem with that one, or not? No. Okay. But see, he has more clearance. It looks to me. I don't have that much clearance. I don't think. We'll see. I'll put this back on and I'll try it, but I don't think I have enough clearance. But now I have to reconstruct this. Ah, fun. Front one's fine. This one side is fine. This side don't want to. It was literally like, don't, that should go that way up. Bits I need. Alright, let's see. Uh, that's there. See, there's enough clearance off the back on this side.
JDMA, the sim racing cat, says, "Oh, the joys of sim racing."
Yes. Engineering issues. I should know. I've had enough of these type of issues before when I was flying AC stuff and helicopters and planes. The amount of work that I had to put in on maintenance on helicopters is just ridiculous. Some of the modifications and work that went into helicopters, particularly micro helicopters, for practicing was just insane. Or upping power output on micro helicopters. I did an insane amount of work around that. Let's see if I can get it anywhere near as far. Kind of, you see it's getting stuck a couple of rungs back. Don't know if I can get it to move any further. Yeah, it's stuck. See, this slider is okay, and it's moving back far enough. This one isn't. So I'm thinking I may actually have to dismantle this whole slider, you see. Yeah. Yeah, something is just not. Got it. Right. That's the full length that it needs to be. Yeah. So that now that's the full length. Let's just clear it all out. Clear it all out and then grease it back up again. I need some cloth. Like just gummed up and stuff. Oh, what fun we're having tonight. Oh boy. So yeah, I think basically it was just gummed up too much somewhere. Bit of relief that it's now fully extended. Now I need to get it also back on there.
Racing cat says you're gonna feel it for at least a week long.
Yeah.
JDMAX, the sim racing cat says, oh good.
I think it's basically there's a bearing and a roller in here. Yeah. And where you put pressure onto here releases the roller, then locks in place. And then obviously whenever you put pressure on again, is when you notch it out. But it's having problems get extending as far. So so hard to actuate.
JDMAX, the sim racing cat says, they may be out of alignment. JDMAX, the sim racing cat says, all will grease.
Yeah, could have been out of alignment. Give me a lever and I will change the world. Or move the world. What's the quote? Give me a lever and I'll move the world. Well, that's still in the same amount. Yeah. Okay. So now I've got to put this all back together. And I'm not sure which way around it goes. I hope it's that way. I think. Right. I need to find the bits. There's 1 and 2 and 3. Right. You know how tight this needs to be on before. Okay. Back. Can't get to that back one to do that and slide that forwards. That's all fun and games here. Hopefully this works out for the best. Right. Leave that way there. Right. Good share. We get this top bit on first and then put that into place, then shim that along, and then that should be good. Would be that bolt there, then through one of these, and then into there. Started. So extra time and steps being taken again. This is just my luck today. Everything's been that can go wrong, has been going wrong today and these past couple of days. So I want some fingers crossed and some good luck, and possibly a lottery win tomorrow. That would be lovely if we can, arrange that. That would be nice. You'll seal, get in there, or stay in there. It's the thing. There's a lot of things here that are under tension. Oh, it's like a two-person job sometimes. Eh? Oh, easy to do that one and pull up. Probably will be. Range. That's under so much tension. Wow. What was it? Wow. Yeah, this is not um, going the way that I had hoped. Need to be really careful with this. Wow. Oh, don't have that way. We need to do the rear part first and then do it that way and push it down that way. It's not happening this way. Definitely not happening this way. So I need to loosen that up that way, do that. Right, okay. Uh, Multiple lessons being learnt here in many ways. How not to do this. One oh one. So, that way. If I get this on and then can't extend it fully the other way again, I'm going to be so annoyed. Yep, yep. Well, but this one. Oh, oh, really is ridiculous. Okay, so hold that in reasonably tight. Reasonable. Then see that way up. Be able to put tension onto there like that. Yes, I can. For that though, I need to. It's that way. And see, it's hit that block again. There we go. Right, that's got it that all the way to the rear. But what we need to do is get this in through there. That in there. That in. Yeah, got it. Right. Right, now that's under tension. This should slide reasonably. Click into place. Good, good. Oh. And then this can tighten all the way up. Huzzah! I think we've got it. I think. Oh, yes.
Gaming legend says, thumbs up.
Oh. Wow. That was an entrenched battle. Right. Lovely job, Lee. Fantastic. Now we need to get this all centered up on there and bolted in. So we want to make sure on the rails first. Best to measure it, I suppose. You should be able to see that these bolts basically can go in there now. That was intense. No two ways about it. Very intense. Feel that. Let's clean hands off. I don't want to ruin the seat. Now, I'm going to see the video that you obviously got done there, and that should be there. Plenty of space. Just going to watch how he ended up with that there.
We're done, guys.
Okay.
It's supposed to be the hardest part of the build. When you, I hear a lot of people complaining that it's really hard to mount the seat to the rig. It wasn't that bad.
Good. Actually, don't need to measure it up even. Right. We can eyeball it and then tighten the bits up because you've got access to these anyway. So we just need to do that. When we get some bits and pieces here out of the way. Wow. Good God. Rusty mallet. Right. So, we want seats onto there. So we need 4 T-nuts and 4 bolts. And as I have previously said, I've had issues with my T-nuts where they've been a bit cross-threaded. So with all of my T-nuts, what I want to do first is make sure that all of them are good and nice.
VR says, I think the audio is broken, or is it just me?
Can you hear me? Let's go through to B1. You should be able to hear me.
Says, it's blown out about 300%.
How about now? Oh, that does come up loud on the monitor. How about there? Is that better? Right there.
VR says, only when you talk.
Only when I talk, so it's blowing up now? Okay, because it's showing that it should be okay.
VR says, it might be NVIDIA AI. Still doing it, yes.
Ah, yeah. Can I restart the NVIDIA part? Ah, they've got an update that's preloaded in. Hang on a second. Is it doing it again now? Check there. Okay. Is that okay now? Does that sound better? Yes, no? Hello? Check 1, 2.
Says, same. Gaming Legends says, sound is good.
Okay. Oh, I tell you, I think I need a quick break after that palaver. What time is it?
Gaming
Wow.
Legends says, watching on my iPad.
Cool. Oh. Oh. Right, let's try and get that done, though I really feel like I need a little break after that palaver, but wow. Let's take measures so I can kind of eyeball this a little bit.
VR says, seems okay now.
Yeah, I just restarted all of the audio engines. That's roughly 2 nuts. I need 14 nuts and 3, and there's number 4. Do they say anything about the length of the bolts needed in here? Always check the instructions for length of bolts. Okay.
Says, are you still getting sound at Gaming Legends?
Huh? Sound issues? This is still a sound issue for somebody else? Sixteens. No, they're the normal size 8x16s. So should be good to go on that. Well,
Gaming Legends says, I'm watching on YouTube.
cool. If you came along yesterday, you will know that I had some issues with my nuts. In that some of them were cross-threaded. Fortunately, this one isn't. So I am making sure to check every T-nut before I put it on the rig. Because there's nothing worse than finding that you have a cross-threaded T-nut
Gaming Legends.
while you're trying to attach something.
Maybe a Twitch issue with sound.
Maybe it was, but I restarted all of my engines, my audio engines, so hopefully not. If it is, then it may be something to do with restream and bit rates and whatever else. I listened back to the audio from yesterday actually. I'm surprised that the mic on this new camera is actually quite good. I think I've got one here that's cross-threaded. It's all right. Yes, it's the 1st of December, and where I live, they've got a little the village I live in. They've got a nice little bit of a Christmas competition. No, that's threaded. Someone was saying obviously that WD-40 as well is helpful for clearing out the squash and stuff with. Yeah, sometimes when you have these nuts that are not so good,
Haven't you seen the new random weather coming to OCP? I saw snow in the latest Who Knows video.
what? Snow? Oh no, not snow. Snow in. Oh, that's going to be unbelievable if they do that. Oh, the rain is hard enough, but snow.
Gaming legend
Oh,
says sound gets fuzzy when he turns his back.
yeah, it would do. The mic is literally the mic in the
Ham VR says
camera.
wasn't on the track but falling from the sky.
Yeah, I'm using the mic on the camera. I'm not using my normal amp mic. I'd normally use a wireless mic if I was doing something like this, but with hours of building work, wearing a headset on top of that, just a bit too much. So obviously when I turn my back, it's literally because of the sound dynamic coming to the camera. Yeah. Yeah. Where I live here, they do a bit of a Christmas decorations sort of competition, and the 1st of December, everybody's already got all of the lights out down the street, basically, and the entire village is pretty much lit up. I haven't got any decorations up yet, though I'm in a bit of a cul-de-sac, so you don't have too much down here. We don't do too fancy, as fancy down the end of my cul-de-sac. So I will have snowman on the door type of thing, like reef. Oh, good. Right, that one's better. Like a tasteful reef with some lights and stuff. Whereas some of the guys in town, they really have gone overbuild. You've overboard. You've got some of the houses where we've got mixtures of different styles of houses, and they've actually worked together to coordinate where the houses that look the same actually have the same decorations stretched over a number of the houses.
I've spent numerous hours this week rearranging my gaming room office. I have so many spare HDMI cables, it's unreal. I've now got 2 spare monitors attached to the rig.
Okay, that's cool. I always thought that I had too many HDMI cables at one point, and then I ran out. The other thing that I did when I was trying to arrange the cabling under the desk, which I need to still go over, and I see the USB hub fallen again. That's annoying. I still need to go over what I've got happening underneath my desk with cable arrangement. And likewise, I'm going to have to see what happens here. Right. My nuts are good. We're all good with the nuts. Yay! So,
VR says
sounds cool. In a nerdy way. In other words, it's totally uncool, but that's actually really cool. Brilliant. This one. Okay, that's that. We're going to have this a little bit. Have this a little bit tighter than it is. At the moment, it's a little bit too loose, and it's going to get on my nerves, possibly. These ones can be done. Leave these ones loose. So we do these bits up, and we leave those bits loose, and that gives us a bit of play.
Gaming legend. You get tired and sore if you eat for too long.
Sorry? That's a very poor joke.
GT Cockpit 1.8.5 released today. It fixed the very long Oculus VR load times. Yay!
Good, good. Of course, that one doesn't affect me. Obviously, people on Oculus definitely will do. Yay for them. Okay. That's a bit. Get that out of the way. Try and lift this up, see if we've got it lined up reasonably. Right sort of distance. If we do, that's good. It's ballparked at the moment. It's just sort of like idled a little bit. So and very good advice it is too. So it's one there. Oh. There be light.
GT Omega, the sim racing cat, says, why, yes.
Good. You're in fine.
GT Omega, the sim racing cat, says, good to see you were able to mount it.
Yes. I'll leave that a little loose for now. We just need to then to place. In there. No, what I did. Damn it. Right, Charlie. Yep, there is strong back. So, just on this side. I think that was not in square really. Make sure the T-nut is in square before we try and bolt in. No. There. There. Okay. Go. Get that in so it's the first couple of bits of that thread obviously are always important. I don't want it to go off like anything else. No, completely move that out or not. That's okay. No, that's okay. Okay. That's not square on there, obviously, but that's okay. Eyeball this a bit. I want to get this kind of.
Gaming Legends says, should have kept my driver's BMW seat and rails before I scrapped it. Future Ray.
Yeah, you should have. Right. I want that to be about the middle. Alright, but I want guests to be able to enjoy this as well, so I want to kind of get this somewhere around the middle part, so when I'm sitting on it, it'll hopefully be somewhere around midpoint, and then if I have people who are smaller, they'll still be able to use it as well. Okay, possibly around there. Good. Square that up a little bit. Alright. Now, I'm just going to tighten these up a little bit so that I can push the seat back a bit. Tighten one of them anyway. Sure, that's not out there. Yeah, that's odd. Okay. That sides, yeah. I need to tighten both of these sides up. Or we do one side and then do the other. I think we do one side and then do the other. And then loosen it up and tighten it up as I need. Just to move it backwards and forwards in place, and then I can just centre everything down. Right. Getting there. We are getting somewhere. Yes, I can see the bulb. Huzzah! I think that's enough to be able to see it, but I need more light this side. So I'll take the light and move the chair out of the way. down in here. See that properly or not? Mistaken. No, there it is. Okay. So now I just need a bolt and this. Oh, damn it. Right. You can. Still fiddly. Still very, very fiddly. Oh. Well, where's my thinner? I think you're quite kind there. Oh, God, there it is. Right. This time, please. Being a real pain to get in place. Keeps on slipping back on me. Oh, that. Yes, no, yes, no. I'll think I've cross-threaded it a bit. Yeah, I have. I've cross-threaded this nut, having to re-thread it a bit. That's good. Yeah, this does take some patience, this one. Got it. We got it. Yeah, we got it. Good. Yes. On to the next one. Right. That was a job and a half, wasn't it? Give myself a bit of room. Yeah. Managed to pull it off the back. Okay. Like so. Bang. 3. Into roughly eyeball where that is there, so that's going to be full back there. This is full back here. So now, where's my tape measure? Tape measure. No, lock that in place. Then yeah, that should be the same. Slightly different. So mil. This one in place. Then I move the slider back. Should just be the movement of these rails that will affect it. Hopefully. Oh. I almost actually just, that T-nut was put just randomly in a rough space. It's almost where it needed to be. Like so close to where it needs to be. It's pretty ridiculous. It's not getting stuck. The not see the hole. Not see the hole from here. Damn it. I don't see the hole. the whole gym, but not a little bit. See, see if you can see it now. Let's make it work on that side. Really hard to get to there. It's not sliding back all the way again. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So we've got the clearance at this side, and those are both measured up. Now it's this side. Really annoying. I know what I can do. Think. You have to see if I can manage it. Can I manage it? Don't know if we can manage this or not from there. It's like this side is not now, the slider is not equal somehow. That doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Phone. Is the phone? It's definitely the same. Looks alright to me, but that's just not in as nice a position. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. That really does not seem to make sense to me. We managed to get that before. Aha. There is a bit more leeway to be had here. Yep. I think there is a bit more leeway to be had. Oh. Okay. We can get to it. See it, but I don't think we can quite get to it too well. Well, I can from there now, I think. Maybe. That's there. Just about, I think. It's going to be so fiddly. This is why the bucket seats all have the bolts at the side rather than going straight down. Why you get the side mounts. I did kind of think at one point I might use the bracket off of the old rig to keep this rail slide mounted to a bracket that would place this seat higher up, and then it would give me a metal that was open and put down in here. I'm not going to do that now though, but it's a future option if I want it. See if I can't get that in here or not. No, Joe, I think we've got it. Yes. Can it be tightened up? Is the question. No, I can't get it tightened properly from this angle, I don't think. That's really, really weird. That is really, really weird. Something on the measurements are going to be off. Because I don't want to move that way or that way. So it's going to be something to do with having. How can that be? How? How? Where this should be and see if it looks square. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, that's way up, isn't it? Look. It's right there. Looking pretty tidy. Yeah. Yeah. On top. the finer adjustments to the seat until later. Although, what's the time now? I'm feeling totally worn out. I might leave it there for now, because that was just a nightmare. That was a proper nightmare. Thinking I will leave finer adjustments to the seat until later. And I'll pick this up again tomorrow. So, working during the day. Yeah, it's got quite late. Really gonna have to leave it there because I've been up since early. But shame that I've had the difficulties I've had. But yeah. Getting there though. Moving on a little bit. That is a little bit imperfect. I was hoping to get a little bit more done. I was hoping to have the the uprights gotten in place, which are definitely not there yet. A little bit disappointed that I haven't made more progress, basically, than this. But what can we do? Yeah, we're gonna leave it there because it's getting too late. So, oh, and now I've got a nurse's appointment tomorrow at some point. Hopefully, I get this all rounded up somehow during the day. I might have to ask if I can have an impromptu day off or two, and see if they agree. Um, so that I can get this hopefully fixed for tomorrow evening. Otherwise, I won't be racing tomorrow evening because I'll still be building the rig. Right. Okay. Yeah. I hope you've enjoyed my struggles. And oh boy, have they been struggles and a half. I'm going to leave you there, and I may see you again tomorrow if my work is so cordial as to say, okay, yes, you can take the time off.
Take your time, salsa, but get it built by tomorrow night, lol.
Dude.
Kevy D77 says, see you on the track, mate.
Yeah. Oh dear. Wow. I've got basically a foldaway frame back there, and I've got a deck chair over there. I might have to do a Lincoln Clay and get rig number 3 out.
Cambiar says, be there or be late.
Be there or be late. And have Kevy pull up the points.
Sleep all day tomorrow. I don't want to hear anything about being tired. Hehe. Cambiar says, deck chair for the win. Gamer Tag VR says, slow and steady wins the race. Take your time, buddy dot, and the best of luck.
I would agree, slow and steady does win the race generally. Well, but you do need to get to the start line first. And hi. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed the VR Focus thing that was this evening. Good to see that Moss Book 2 has finally got a rougher date put in place. It's what I'm looking forward to. Oh, right, yeah, YouTube stuff. So, yeah. This is the rig. It's still coming along. Need to finish it. I'm going to try and see if my work will be nice and say, yes, you can have an impromptu day off. I might try and ask them for Monday off as well, because and I'll see you when I see you. Hopefully I'll see you on the start line. I hope to be lined up on the grid and get racing, but we'll see how it goes. Right. If you liked, like. If you didn't, then don't. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and some other videos will probably be there at some point.
Take it easy, salsa. Hopefully tomorrow night. If not, take care. Cheers.
Will do, Ham, and other people, don't forget, Ham, info link probably up there at some point tomorrow. If not, go to last night's video and there's an info link to Ham there, where you can sign up for the championship races that happen tomorrow night on Friday from 8:30 onwards. Anyhow, right, good night, bye-bye, see ya, Jana.